Welcome to Just Get Up with Isaac for daily motivation. I'm so excited to have you back here again on this great Friday, this Good Friday, as we embark upon another very exciting journey of self discovery and exploring ways to get better as we invest in our mind and as we continue the process to unleash and unlock our inner genius, because this is a true treasure for one to become one with their mind and unleash the greatness and the unstoppable force that exists inside all of us. But the key to doing this is to learn how to use your true gift of value and to discover who you truly are. So prepare your hearts and minds to receive this information. And remember this, you must be happy within. In order to truly be happy within, you must know who you are. This is so prevalent in today's society. People are depending on other people to make them happy. When you know who you truly are and you discover this uniqueness about you, this purpose-driven identity that is succinctly identified with who you are, this is an unbelievable feeling. Think about a car that needs an alignment. When you're driving a car that needs an alignment, and you have to hold on to that steering wheel kind of tight, because if you let go, you'll start to stir to the left or the right. But when that car is in alignment, it's a smooth ride. You can even let the wheel go, and it's just soaring. So in order to truly be happy within, you must succinctly and precisely and clearly identify how to use your gift. So as you're traveling throughout life, you have a smooth ride. And that's what we're going to do as we continue to explore the very, very powerful theme of how to discover and use your true gift of value. So I present to you today, episode 6, part 3 of how to discover and use your true gift of value. So as we consider this information, may you always recognize the importance of being fulfilled, and may you always live inspired. Here's a fun fact. Do you know the likelihood of you being on this planet? The chances of you being born and someone else being you is 1 in 400 trillion. Let that sink in. The chances of you being born, scientists are saying, is 1 in 400 trillion. But not just being born, of someone being you. You see, when a sperm and egg form to form a zygote, it starts your process. The chances of that happening is so unlikely. And the fact that it does happen means that it was on purpose. There will never be another you. So considering the fact that there'll never be another you, you have ideas that only you can bring into fruition. There is no other personality like yours on this planet. So no one can think like you. No one can bring things into reality the way that you can. No one is you. You are unstoppable. There's a genius hidden within you. You may have a cure inside of you. You may have a philosophy buried inside of you. You may have ideology that can be used to make businesses more efficient. You have something unique and special within you that if you don't unleash this, you're doing us a disservice. So, what is your purpose? Have you identified it? What is your gift? Have you attached the thing that comes the easiest to you to a passion? Remember, on last week's episode, we talked about staying within the same field. You see, don't put limits on your mind. Be open. See, life is a discovery process, but you must be intentional with the things that you're doing. So recognize that. Recognize that no one is more capable than you. No one is smarter than you. You have to invest in yourself. You see, your mind is just like a plant. Your mind doesn't care what you put in there. It's going to keep giving you back whatever you put in. So if you're putting poop into your mind, if you're putting negative things into your mind, that's what it's going to produce. That's what it's going to grow. So let me ask you this. If I break up an apple seed and I split it in half and mess up the seed and throw it in the ground, and I try to water that seed, it won't grow. It's a bad seed. But even if I put a seed into the ground and I water it, the seed doesn't care if I'm a good person or a bad person. It's going to grow. So your mind is the same way. It doesn't care what you put in there. It's going to keep giving you back what you're watering it. And even if you do put good seeds into your mind, you must water those seeds. So ask yourself at this particular point, what are you doing to demonstrate that you really want something out of life? The current job that you do have, do you want to work that job for the rest of your life? You see, our careers and our life is just like being in love and being in a committed relationship. If you can't see yourself being with a person forever, then something is broken. If you can't see yourself maintaining a current job that you have, then something is broken. Life is supposed to be exciting. Don't settle. You can do whatever you want to. But here's what we must do today moving forward. We need to get serious. You must eliminate fear. You see, fear gets in the way of us manifesting our true abilities. Fear of the unknown. Fear of what other people are going to think. See, we can't control the things that we're exposed to, rather it's unconscious or conscious. But being a victim will get you nowhere. See, I couldn't control the fact that I was born into poverty. But I was fortunate to recognize that no one was coming to my rescue. So you must accept where you are. Don't blame or point the finger. That's just reconditioning your mind in a negative way. See, you must recognize this scientific principle about the reticular activating system. This is a system or a part of your brain that comes from your brain stem that sends messages often to your cerebrum and your cerebellum and other parts of the brain, and it looks to support information or to support the belief system that you currently have. So, for example, if I don't believe I have time to work out, I'm going to only look at information that supports this. Or I have to spend time with my kids. I have to do this. My brain is conditioned to only process information that's going to support how I believe. Now, if I believe that things are possible, that there's a way for me to bring my ideas into fruition, that there's something unique about me, that I'm not just supposed to be another statistic and just live and breathe and eat and die, that my gift is bubbling inside of me. So just like when you're with someone that you truly love, you know for a certainty that is right, even when the mind can't tell you. You feel it in your heart. Now, unlike that, you need to feel it in your heart and connect it to a good plan, and always make sure it's in harmony with God's will, because the Bible says that the heart is treacherous. Who can know it? So you must yield to God's way of thinking. But think about this. In order for you to truly dig up your gift, you must change the way you think. You must change your belief system. You must recognize that you can only give yourself two options when you're pursuing your goals. Either you're going to do it or you're not. There is no trying. You see, trying is a preemptive measure to make an excuse for yourself. Don't say things like I'm going to try or maybe. Either you're going to do this thing or you're not. So eliminate that. Hold yourself to a higher standard. And think about this. Remember, the reticulum activating system of the brain is going to look for ways to support what you currently believe. So if you always say, I'm going to try, it's going to look for ways to make you feel, well, I gave it my all, but really you did not. So you see, this is a quote that I came up with, and it goes this way. It says, never doubt your ability, but only question. Well, it goes like this rather. Never doubt your ability, only question your strategy and your inner desire to truly live in your greatness. So it's not your ability. Question your strategy. You know how you hear some people say, I tried everything. Well, if they truly tried everything, they would have figured out the way. So you must keep going. Don't hold on to a strategy too long. If it's not working, keep changing it up. And also, sometimes we can just seek coaching and guidance from other people who has done what we want to do. Don't take advice or get advice or seek advice from people who are not doing what you want to do. So people say, well, I don't know what my gift is. I don't know what my passion is. What is the thing that you do that comes the easiest to you? What job would you pursue, or what thing would you pursue if money wasn't a factor? That's your gift. The thing that you love, the thing that comes the easiest. Now what you have to do is identify how to succinctly form it into a construct. What I mean by that is how to use this gift. And remember how to use it for the benefit of others. And you must nurture this gift. So it's going to be a little rusty. So your gift is the things that come the easiest to you. The thing that you do with the least amount of effort. So now you have to see how to use their gift. And some people can use their gifts in various of ways. And remember, this gift must be attached to a great quality. It must be used for the benefit of others. If you don't use it for the benefit of others, you're going to miss the mark every single time. And I like to highlight this point. Jesus gave the secret to the key to greatness. He said, he who humbles himself will be exalted, but he who exalts himself will be humbled. So you must be humble and you must serve others. That's what he said. He said, I didn't come to serve other people. To serve myself, but he said, I came to minister and to serve others. So the key to greatness is serving others. So when you're using your gift, as you're digging this uniqueness up inside of you, say, how can I use my gift to benefit others? And how can it be of service to others, and detach it from money? Not saying there's anything wrong with that, but if you can really focus on nurturing your gift and doing it for free if you have to, it will lead to something great, because you will reap what you sow. So I want to really highlight this important principle as well. You will always get your standards. If you don't like the body that you're in, but you do nothing about it, that's your standard. If you're in a relationship that you don't like and you do nothing about it, that's your standard. If you're at a job that you hate and you stay there, that's your standard. And you say, well, I can't just quit. No, don't quit right away, but you need to make strategic plans to invest in your gift, dig it up, nurture it, slowly implement it, and then look for an opportunity to eventually let go of the thing that you don't love as you embark upon a new career, the one that was meant for you. Remember, there will never, ever be another you. So, what are you hiding from us? Don't hide it anymore. Show us who you truly are. Now imagine yourself standing before God. He gave you this DNA. And then you're attempting to say that it's not you, that you don't have anything special inside of you. And he says, do you know the chances of you being born? You're made from greatness. You have a unique mark. So don't miss your mark. Be happy within. And when you do this, you're going to discover something about yourself that is so exciting. So I want to tell you this. You must prepare yourself for adversity. See, sometimes that's what's missing. People need to understand that when you begin to walk down this pathway, it will be hard. It's going to be difficult. But you must know this. You must change your belief system. You must recognize that you eliminate preemptive things such as I'm going to try or maybe. Commit to it. Make a full committed decision. And when you fully commit to something, that is the only way. I remember I used to have backup plans. To be honest, there is no need for a backup plan. What you do, you keep changing your strategy and you make it work, but there's no backup plan. You're training yourself to look for ways to quit. And remember, procrastination is associated with lack of self-esteem. So you have to recognize that when you're not doing something, it's because you haven't made it a priority. But you can't make it a priority just by saying it. See, most people have been trained to think of the things that they should pursue as it has to be for money only and it's a career. When you think about your gifts, say, what do I love doing that I will almost do for free that comes the easiest to me? And then if you don't know it, stick with the things that you love and write down several ways that you can use this gift. Start studying about it. Learn from other people, and then eventually you're going to find your niche. And what's interesting about this, you're going to find that it's not too far for something that you wanted to do as a kid. Just go back, be a big kid again. So next week's episode is going to be the last episode of this series. And we're going to really conclude with some powerful information that's going to really keep digging up this gift. And I'm going to really show you how to use this gift now. So tune in for next week's episode. And may you remember this. In order for you to truly be the person that you were designed to be, you must be that person now. It sounds contradictory, but it's not. You must manifest it here before it becomes a reality. So be the person that you want to be now. It's just like going on the interview. You present yourself as the occupant for the job position that you want in that moment. With your resume, with your current skill set. Not that you're going to be acquiescing to it later. That's the same thing. You're presenting your unique gifts to the planet, and you must show up for that interview as the person already ready to get the job, not later. So what you do, you dress your best, you speak your best, you show up on time, and you're going to do it every single time until you get the job. And even then, you must maintain that job. Same thing. So are you showing up for time for your gifts? Are you giving your gifts your best? Or do you have a sense of urgency to discover this? There will never be another you. So since there will never be another you, you must show us who you truly are. Thank you. Have a great one.